spotted her, yes.
We spotted her here in Montalban.
Right. So the live audience happy to see their idol here. But of course, she is still doing her duties with the national team. So this is just a preseason meet that we're watching right now. As we get started with the first point action. Head coach is Coach De Brito, who actually is also sidelined, shall we say, or still busy with the national team. And this is the debut for Chery. Good first ball. Quick action, and we're seeing now these teams trying out.
You've been mentioning preseason. This is the perfect time for the teams to shine for other players that don't necessarily get playing time. This is the perfect tournament to play.
Peñafiel, and that one is called for her. That was a check ball. Peñafiel would get the point.
Baat and Aragalang youth will indeed be served. Chery Tiggo was one of the only teams that drafted all the way to the 4th round. One rookie expected to add depth and energy and develop under the guidance of this veteran squad is Jean Soreño. With this, she's excited to show what Chery Tiggo has for this tour, which is all about showing their discipline, enjoying the game, and discovering her extended capabilities in the pros. Let's go back here to the rally.
Thanks a lot for that. On cue nga, ayan pa, Jean Soreño. And I'm sure loving the opportunity to play alongside her ate from DLSU, Abby Maranyo. Of course, a legend, Green Archer. As we take a look at Capital1 getting... That's a good first ball. Seeing a lot of combination attacks. Soreño again, sending the ball over. One more chance here for Chery. Peñafiel from the left pin. Scrambling by Capital1. Almost not quite crossing the net. It was just one of those moments in your career that you don't forget. And
of
all
course.
of her following also. So we're glad to see that she's recovered from her ACL.
Recovered and looking very sharp here. And that's not very easy after not playing for almost 2 years.
Yeah. Lola Alvarez will get a point. Good serve. Dennis is taking care of that one. Inside. That's 2-0 for Chola Alvarez. Going deep this time.
Going for that corner pocket of zone 5. Just avoiding that block. And those are not the easiest on the side of the Chery Tiggo Crossovers.
So as you mentioned, no, iniiba-iba din ni Coach yung kanyang lineup. Alvarez actually didn't start in that last game against Streamline.
Place.
So they're actually looking to break out, and they want to hark back to 2021 when they won the Open Conference. So they naging champion na rin itong Chery Tiggo, and they just want the glory days back. And that's always been the case naman in the LSU. Pag nandyan si Jean Soreño on the floor, ramdam mo eh. Meantime, Trisha Genesis now contributing her 2nd point. And that just speaks a lot about the caliber of players and
dedication,
the level of competition in the collegiate ranks.
You know, after every draft from last year to this year, the game has just been elevated even more here in the PVL.
First technical timeout. They have made some adjustments and now scoring off the block. So great. Another UST stalwart. Adorador will score. This is already the 3rd for Capital1. They played against difficult teams, Creamline and Signal right off the bat. So they're still looking for their first win. Excellent stop there by the team captain.
Their touch on that. Specifically talking to Shaya and just talking about those in-game adjustments. You have to make those in-game adjustments during the rally.
Yeah.
You have no time to think. We're back here in the PVLs. Be quick attack on that tip. Beautiful placement.
Yeah. Good first ball from Alvarez. And Baramal able to keep the ball in play. One more chance here for Chery to set up. Seeing a lot of the combination attacks.
To Karen the floor. It's on a quick attack from Aimee, but this time, baby Jean Soreño, which is forcing the blockers to move. That's a good set.
Oh, good for that. Also, we talked about Iris Tolenado, that she is a veteran. So good, really in command.
In command, yes.
And we're seeing good defense from Chery also, allowing for those plays to be executed. PVL this time will score. That's her second.
And it,
As we saw, there are a few of the players that we're seeing still on the bench. A couple of national team players that are just part of the audience and the cheering squad for their teams today. Zanyerva, of course. And Yafiel, and makes up for that error earlier. Still looking for a win, but again, they played the toughest teams in their pool at Signal and Creamline early on.
no, and that's the best thing after those games. Of course, I'm sure they went in the dugout to talk about what they needed to work on. As we saw a beautiful back row attack.
Of course, one of the stars of NU during her time. Oh, wow, what an entrance. What an entry for Cesc Robles right away for Chery Tiggo. But this is, again, it's a time to experiment because Alina Becar was doing quite well.
Yes.
Playing a lot of good plays. And here's a chance now for Chery Tiggo again for the counter. Good pickup by Shola Alvarez. And that paid off. Australia with a finish and Capital 1. Yeah, boy. And the rally again. This time, a point for Chery Tiggo. We're at 20. Floater. Handled by Robles. Adorador. Solo block by Romy Celia. And she sets up her team for a couple of set points here. What timing.
And that off-speed attack will not work for
another floater. Tough serves from Tolenada. Looking for Genesis. Blockers were there. Another chance here. Quick conversion, but Tolenada
still good.
One keeps the ball in play. That was a botched play there for Chery. Here's a chance for point and a win. And it's just fitting that Shola Alvarez scores the winning point in that first set because she was working overtime both in offense and defense. Got one last time. Point of the set brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's Vitamin Powered Whitening Lotion.
What is set number 1 for the Capital 1?